Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. I have in front of me a Cisco Air AP38021BK9. Pretty heavy unit. I'm presuming they have something to do with telephones and communications equipment. I looked these up before I started ripping them apart, and I did find that they were made, I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. They were made in 2019, so this equipment is actually already outdated. I did a little research before I did that. So I've taken a couple apart so I don't look like a blathering idiot on video. We are heading for another cold, chilly, nasty storm. It is Wednesday, February the 4th, but by Thursday, February the 5th, it's going to be a sheet of ice out there. It's supposed to be really bad. They've already pulled a lot of the trucks off the road, and my brother doesn't have to work tomorrow, and his company never closes, so there's really a lot of concern about the ice. So I drove out to Bethel today. Bethel's a very pretty area of Connecticut, very rural, a lot of farms, a lot of really narrow, windy streets, and the reservoir is up there. It's just a really pretty area. And I was lucky enough to meet a very, very, very nice IT guy. He updates IT equipment, so he pulls the old equipment and resells it to people like me, and he installs and programs the new equipment. So right now, Big Red, my pickup truck, is full to the brim. I did make a trip out today to get whatever I could possibly get, but the guy was awesome. He gave me the keys, so I can go up at my leisure to retrieve the rest of the items. That was really nice of him, I thought. I like to try to scrap a lot of the same things at once. Remember those Dell Optiplexes? The reason I do that is when I pull all this apart, I have my boards. I just gotta weigh them, clean them of course. I can weigh them, and I can box them up, and I can get them ready to sell, just like that. So I can just clean these up, weigh them, and box them off to send to board sort. It makes it easier for me. This is a nice chunk of cast aluminum that comes off the bottom, and on the bottom is plastic, and the top was a nice piece of cast aluminum. I'm going to take one of these apart top to bottom for you, but I didn't want to waste time on camera, so I took a couple apart to see how easy or hard they were going to be. Look at that. Look at that. So I'll get some nice brass, then a piece of cast aluminum, and a lovely bit of rubbish. Wow. I'm not sure how I'm going to grade this board. It came out of a piece of telecom equipment, but peripheral boards can be graded as anything that's not a motherboard. So I think what I'm probably going to do is take a picture of these and send them to board sort and see what they would like me to sell them to them as. I wouldn't dare put that in with gold finger cards. That would be insulting. But there are a lot of chips, a lot of gold. So it's not a bad little board. Maybe they're going to go peripheral high or telecom low. I'm going to let board sort tell me what they'd like to buy these as. By the time I'm done, I'm going to have 50 of them, so you know, it's worth my time to ask them what they'd like to buy them as. Even if you clean the aluminum off of these, there's really only one good chip. There's nothing under here. That's rubbish. It's a piece of copper, but it's just not a lot on it. Not as far as chips are concerned. That's where the differentiation really is. High-grade telecom will be covered with chips like these. So I kind of think I might go low-grade telecom, but again, I'm going to ask. I'll let you know, by the way. I got a lot of ICs. I got a lot of some tantalum capacitors. Really nice gold flashing, nice gold pins here. More ICs, more tantalum capacitors in the back. So it's not a bad board. There's another chip here. I don't know. So we'll see what they say. If they tell me telecom low, I would agree. And if they tell me different, I'll do what they said. I'm good at this. I've been doing it a while, but sometimes you just get something that, well, I'm going to send them so many, I don't want to make a mistake, you know? It takes me 2 minutes to send a picture over. All right. Let me... You have one more for you. Yeah. So let's do one top to bottom, shall we? One thing you will find is sometimes you need a security bit. It's got like a little bump inside of the screw. So the screw driver won't necessarily fit all the way in. You actually have to buy a set of security bits. You'll need them if you're scrapping microwaves. You'll need them if you're scrapping these kind of things. What I found is the regular wrench didn't want to work. It just kept spinning. But I didn't have any problem with the ratcheting screwdriver. That took them out nice and easily, so we'll do that. I've also seen these called, I've seen an Aranet. I've seen Mercari. So I've seen some similar types of equipment. So I've got bins set up already outside with covers on them so they don't get all wet. And I don't have the mess in my house. I've got a cast aluminum bin set up. And I'll set up a bin for the boards. And a big old garbage bag for the plastic. And here, I think I'm just going to go through and do the ones I have. I know there's 24 more out of the storage bin, but I didn't want to just do these because I think it's kind of boring for you and me. I've got servers, I've got switches, I've got these, I've got, oh my god, I've got battery backup things. They probably weigh 100 pounds each. There's going to be 4 big batteries in there plus transformer. Those I probably will have to leave in the bed of the truck in order to do. Cast aluminum. Couple of boards. Category to be determined. Clean the wire off. There are nice little gold ends on here too. Snip, snip here, snip, snip there. Sorry. You all have seen The Wizard of Oz, I'm sure. Oh, copyright strike, look out. Gotta be really careful with YouTube about quotes and copyrights and using anything that belongs to somebody else. Which is probably good. I'm a musician and I scream and yell and holler about illegal photocopies. Because when you do that, the person who wrote the material doesn't get any money from it. And that's not fair. Voila. These actually came out pretty easily. I tried a couple already, and it's gonna make a liar out of me. Watch. I really wish I had one size down, smaller set of nippers. But yeah, there we go. Got some brass. brass. This one doesn't want to give it up. Okay, there you have it. So, cast aluminum, plastic rubbish, some nice brass. Woof, noisy cast aluminum. And that's it. As I said, I'm just, I am going to double check on these boards just to see what they'd like me to put them as. I think the last time I did these, I got low-grade telecom. That's what I'm hoping I'll get this time. We shall see. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I will check in with you guys some more over the next couple days. You'll probably get sick of looking at me. I've got to process this stuff and get it out of the house as soon as possible. I just don't want a big mess. I'm looking at the weather for tomorrow. Snow, wintry mix and rain starting at 5 a.m. Oh, schools are already starting to close. And they're telling everybody to work from home and stay off the roads and... Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Ciao. Stay wonderful.